Hi everyone, it's Imran again. So today we're doing a midday live stream, and today I'm talking about how not knowing what you feel, not knowing why you feel, that is the problem. So let me ask you a question: have you ever been made to be blamed for someone else's feelings? Has someone else ever felt angry, upset? Maybe they felt unfair, maybe they felt betrayed, maybe they felt victimized, and then you were the culprit. They said, hey, you are the reason for my problem. Has anyone ever done that to you? And have you felt that you were wrongly being accused of that feeling? So if that's ever occurred to you, or maybe if you do some self-reflection and maybe you have done that to others, then just type in yes in the chat. Because that is a very, very important problem. That's a very, very important point. What if millions of people around the world are now pointing to the wrong thing and saying, hey, you, crisis, hey, you, economy, hey, you, employer, hey, you, job market, you are responsible for how shitty I feel right now? Is that the wrong or right thing to do? It's really, really important to ask, because let's say look at the healing perspective. Let's say you talk about doctor. And if you wanted to heal or you want to cure something, you have to diagnose it correctly. So it means you have to point to the right problem, take the right action, then it can be solved and healed. And this is exactly the same whether it's our feelings or whether it's our results. We need to know what are we feeling and why. And I'll give you a real simple example. We met with many people looking for a career shift in this time, or maybe stuck in the job search process in this time. Some of them are saying, I feel lost, I feel stuck, and it's the crisis fault. So let me ask you a question. Is it really the crisis fault that you feel stuck? Is it really the crisis fault that they feel lost? Is it really the crisis fault that they feel that they don't have options? Or is it something from within them? Is it also true that there are some job seekers, some people in careers who are feeling excited, joyful, focused, productive, aligned, certain? So are they feeling certain because of the crisis, or are they feeling certain because it's coming from within? So if you've ever been made to be blamed for someone else's feelings of unfairness, unhappiness, frustration, anger, then you're not alone, because most people misdiagnose the anxieties, the problems, the anger, the sadness in their life. And if it makes sense, just type in yes. If you've ever experienced something like this with your close friends, with your spouse, in your family, in yourself, in your team, there's no shortage of seeing examples of this around us. You have to also just type in a yes as well, so that you know and people around us know that this is a very, very common problem. So not knowing how you feel and not knowing why you feel that way is the problem. One, we have to get clear why you feel this way. Then two, we can get clear why and what are the roots of these feelings, because the roots of these feelings are not new. If we are feeling stuck in this crisis, it is very likely that there's a feeling of stuckness that recurs very often in our relationships or in our career or in our business. And the crisis is just the latest version of this feeling of stuckness. If you're feeling alone in this crisis, firstly, know that you're not alone. That I'm here for you. That there are many people who are looking out for people, but also know that loneliness, this feeling of being alone, is something that is not new. That is something that probably accompanies people for a long time in their life. So it's very important to understand what we feel, what are the roots of them, so that then, just like a doctor, we can say, okay, what exactly is going on here? How can I address it? And with some clarity, suddenly you get shift, because not knowing why you feel frustrated or not knowing why you feel sad is one of the most frustrating things of all, right? That's the most depressing, most angry thing, right? Imagine people going around, and there are many people going around feeling angry and stuck in their life, and they don't know why. So it's really important that we do that. And Not knowing how you feel, not knowing why you feel that way, that's a problem. So many people over this time in our workshops, in our live streams, in our content, in the conversations that we've had, uh, conversation with partners have asked, what materials do we have to support people this way? And one of the easiest thing that you can do is we have a guided journal that allows people to explore what they're feeling, you understand where these roots of these feelings are, and that's the first step. The first step of getting clarity of how you feel and why you feel that way. That's already half the battle won. And then you can start moving forward with some resources, with some clarity, and of course, we are here to support you if you do need more interaction, more support. We do have methods. It's like I like to call it. It's like mind hacking. It's like the most mind hacking methods that I've ever seen in my life in terms of psychometric, in terms of psychotherapy, to really get to your unconscious, to not look at the surface reasons, to not look at the physical reasons, but to get to the root of a person's life, trauma, experiences, emotions, because those are the real roots, right? The real roots and the real reasons for what's happening in your life lie there, not outside. Nothing to do with outside, nothing to do with the stars, nothing to do with the economy, nothing to do with the job market. And it's really all about what's going on inside. So I just want to jump on live very quickly to send this message to you so that we are very clear that we don't put the blame on other people, we don't put the blame on external circumstances, and we can start looking inward and say, how can I take ownership of this situation? How can I understand what I feel? How can I find out the reasons why I feel this way? And then what are the resources that I have at my disposal, and what are the options that I have to move forward? Because once you come to a place of clarity, options, and resources, suddenly the whole world opens up. Suddenly there's so many options, there are so many choices, there's so much strength that maybe you don't even realize that you have. So it's a very quick message from me to you, sending you lots of love. I'll talk to you soon.